One. What it do, baby? This is Let's Talk. I'm your host, Matt Anthony. This is where the discussion gets personal. You know, I'm in tune and check with my boy A. How you doing, bro?
What's good? What's good?
Hey,
what's
you know,
good?
we
What's
gotta
good?
throw the deuces up. Check
You
the
feel
deuces
me?
up.
What's good, baby?
Word,
how's
bro.
everything? How's life?
Life is good, bro. Things are changing, bro. The weather is changing.
The weather is definitely changing.
Good.
I'm starting to see that sun.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? Listen.
The pigment's gonna change a little bit.
Pigment's gonna change. It's hoop season.
Hoop season, which A just caught a body, bro, at the park just now, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how it was from my point of view.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
So the screen came. I saw the switch. I was like, oh no, bro, big man.
Yeah, right? Hey, big man said I got him. So I was like, all right, you got me.
We let him flex for a little bit. Yeah. We knew it was a wrap from the start.
My boy spaced out as soon as that happened.
Bro, I tell you, when I thought there was a sniper somewhere in the vicinity, bro. So what do you
So boom. So you listen, we got the W. Mm-hmm. And that's the most important part. We got two dubs. Listen, W is the most important part. It's preseason, if anything, for me. But you know,
I've
been watching Kyrie, you know, and he's been dancing on boats, laying people. Word. So I saw the mismatch and I was like, oh man, what should I do? Like, I could just go I could have just gone to the rack.
You could have.
Because I knew he wasn't gonna keep up. But he was like playing defense, you know, he was everywhere. And I was kind of just like, oh my God, like, fuck it. So I got in my bag. I got low. I got in my bag. I hit him with it in and out.
Ooh.
He stepped back.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think I pumped to shoot. And he came up.
Bruh.
And somehow, the leg went out.
Word.
He did a 360 spin, dropped to the ground. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, what should I do? So I look at him. I caught a glimpse. He gave me a smirk and looked the other way. So I went, boom, laid it.
Filet mignon.
Filet.
You feel me? Bruh, y'all should have been there in person to see this, bro.
Yeah, it was bad.
When I tell you, bruh, boy dropped.
He did a 360 before he dropped.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, bro, but it was like 300 pounds, bro, hit the deck hard.
Yeah, it was bad. But I will say, good sportsmanship on their end.
That's
so I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. So I kind of just put my head down after the lay and just, hey, check up. It's
all love out here. It's basketball, bro. This is the black top, you know?
It's preseason, if anything. Now, summer at Oswego, it's a wrap.
That's how you calling it?
That's how I'm calling it.
All right, you know the boys are going to be out there. You know they're going to be hearing this.
Yes, sir. Sir. At Oswego. Hey, listen, bro. I've been playing out there for years.
He's going to put his money where his mouth is. You feel me? But there's a lot of things going on in the league. Let's go back to sports. Well, we were just playing basketball, sports. But let's go back to the association, the league. A lot of things going on. The offseason in the NFL, a lot of players, again, tag, deals are being made. All right. Boys are getting released. It's a sorry, sad day out there for some of them boys.
A lot of good things going on out there.
A lot of things going on in the NBA. Second half of the season just started.
Yes, sir.
All right. A lot of basketball to be played. A lot of teams want to make a playoff push. Dak got paid.
Definitely got paid. He got big money. Congrats. We talked about it a couple episodes ago, too. And we said he was going to get paid. And it's only right.
Finally, Jerry Jones came to some sense, you feel me, and paid the man that's been balling for them for so long, right?
Yes, sir.
Well-deserving. We're going to talk about that later. All right, and we're also going to be talking about Kyrie because, yes, your boy.
Uncle Drew's
your boy, and he's been on a tear as of late. So we're going to talk about that a little later on in episode 2. But let's get right to it, bro, because this is Let's Talk where the discussion gets personal. The second half of the NBA season just started this past week, right?
Yes, sir.
Who do you think is going to make a big leap towards the playoffs and possibly make a deep run? Could be anybody. Could be 1 seed through 8 or the play-in. You feel me? But who do you see coming out the East or the West? Doesn't matter.
You know, when I watch the playoffs, I want to see the good teams. I want to see the great players. So I want to see the contenders. We're not going to talk about the pretenders because there's going to be some teams that are going to make the playoffs, and we know what's going to happen in the first round. Phony. And I think we know who the contenders are: the Lakers, Clippers, and Brooklyn Nets.
Those are the big ballers.
So those are the it's for them to lose this chip.
Those are the teams we expect to.
But then we got the teams in the middle, the teams that are contenders. They got some stars on their teams. And they can make some noise.
That's facts.
So, out west, listen, I'm gonna stick to my guts, and I'm gonna stick to the team that I said a couple episodes ago, the Utah Jazz. Everybody keeps talking down on the Utah Jazz, but guess what, America? They about to take over.
All right.
Because I'm not saying they're gonna win a chip, but as I said a couple episodes ago, they got a puncher's chance to get into the Western Conference Finals. I think first round they'll do fine. Second round is gonna be competitive. And I really do see them going out there and possibly making it to the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers and Clippers.
I do not know why you keep believing in these boys, bro.
Because as the Toronto Raptors a couple years back, they kept, they couldn't get over the hump, and they finally got over the hump. I know they got Kawhi and everything, but listen, people have been talking down on Donovan Mitchell for the longest now, and I think he's got to prove something. That team's got to prove something. I'm not saying they're going to win the chip. I'm saying they're going to make a run. That's out west.
You're mentioning Toronto, but they played a Warriors team that was injury-ridden.
I don't want to hear this.
Exclude that, bro.
Listen.
Please, I'm not hearing that.
I'm not saying them winning the chip, but I'm saying them actually making it to the Eastern Conference Finals and finally winning.
A team that you don't think could possibly
because it's the Raptors. And they got Kawhi. So listen, I know it's a lot of people in the comments going to be talking about, but they had Kawhi. Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying they got over the hump.
All right, they got over the hump.
Out east, the Boston Celtics, man. Especially with the news, well, listen, Danny Ainge, he's a quiet man. He don't really be putting stuff out there.
That's what I'm saying. You know something we don't?
I do. All right. They're making a push at Jermaine Grant from the Detroit Pistons. And we saw what Jermaine Grant did last year, or Jeremy Grant. I call him Jermaine.
Whatever his name is. He's
it's Jeremy. I call him, whatever, one of the Grant brothers. Anyways, last year, he was on the Nuggets. He shut down PG and Kawhi. And I think that Boston wants to acquire him for that reason. Not only that, he's averaging 28 points a game this year. So he could definitely score the ball. And if Boston gets him...
He could score the ball. I'm sorry, but he could score the ball. But that's a lot of offense out there for Boston if they get that man.
A lot of offense is never bad, especially when they play defense. All them three boys play defense. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum's a little spotty.
He's a little spotty, but, he's had COVID. He said it was affecting him, health issues and whatnot, but I think he's going to get it together. He balled out last night. They lost against Brooklyn, but he still balled out. I think those three boys, along with Kemba, they got Marcus Smart back last night, who's solid on defense.
Even though Kyrie
they play defense, bro. I don't know. He didn't start, though. He came off the bench. So, they're trying to, get him, get his minutes right, get his legs right. All I'm saying is, out east, I got the Boston Celtics, and out west, I got the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
Who do you have?
I'm not going with the Utah Jazz. I'm actually going with the 2 seed in the Phoenix Suns.
Oh,
25-11.
Okay.
Right? 17-3 in the last 20 games, bro. They have been balling, bro. And nobody really been talking about them, right?
They kind of been under the radar, but I think that's good. Bro. That's good.
Best record in February. Nobody said a word. That's what I'm saying. And Devin Booker is on a mission to prove people wrong, bro. The doubters, the haters, the people that don't think he's a star in this league, bro. I mean, he already got shunned a little bit from the All-Star game. They had to place him in there because of an injury from another player. But the man's been balling. All right, he's only averaging 25 a game this year. All right, but Phoenix with Monty Williams leading the team and Chris Paul being that leadership from a player standpoint and even an executive standpoint. My man, he does everything for the league basically. Bro, he knows how to lead a team. And then you got Cameron Payne and you got some of them young boys that are bigs and Ayton doing their thing, bro. They are equipped to make a prime run for that title. We don't know if they're going to get there, but let's not overlook Phoenix because they've been balling. All right, and Devin Booker just came off an injury, but he came back and dropped 35 against Portland, led them boys back to a dub. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. But the one question, they got the leadership, they got the coaching. Can Chris Paul hold up? Playoff time?
That's where you're going. Huh?
That's where I'm going. Can Chris Paul hold up? Because we saw what happened a couple seasons ago when they was up big against the Warriors out there in Houston, when James and them boys was balling out there shooting threes and whatnot. He got a hammy injury. He was out for that game 7. Nothing was the same. The Rockets missed 27 straight threes. The Warriors went to the finals. They won the chip.
The past is the past, bro.
But we've seen it with Chris Paul.
We've seen it with Chris Paul time and
over again.
I feel you. But I don't think that the Phoenix Suns...
You've been one of those.
I have been. I've been critiquing Chris Paul all my life, bro. I feel like he will never get it done.
So
this is the time for him to get it done. Because you really don't need to rely heavily on a Chris Paul. You got boys that could back Chris Paul up. And Devin Booker is a lights-out scorer. I know he had James Harden. I know Chris Paul had James Harden. But I feel like this team is way more equipped to make a run deep into the playoffs with the likes of Chris Paul and a Devin Booker and an Ayton behind them. And they got Mikal Bridges, bro, who plays lights out solid
and Cam
defense.
Jordan with the threes and defense as well. The one thing I'll say about the Phoenix Suns, the only thing that's holding them back from really making that leap, if I'm being real, it's not Devin Booker. We know what we're going to get from Devin Booker. It's not Chris Paul, and it's not Mikal Bridges or Cam Jordan coming off the bench, because we know what they're going to do. They're going to play defense, and they're going to get their buckets. Ayton.
Workhorse.
He's I need to see more from him.
All right, but he's still a workhorse.
He grabs the boards and everything. He's a little soft in the paint. I need to see more of the offensive game, and I think that he really is the one that can take him over that hump.
You'll see, bro. They're talking about, Chris Paul is talking about the high spirits of the team and the chemistry that they have, the camaraderie on and off the court. These guys are hanging out together during these, stressful times with COVID. I like Phoenix Suns. I wasn't really picking them at the beginning, but what they did in the bubble and didn't get in, and they started the season 8-8 and whatever, and now 17-3 over the last 20 games. I gotta like what I'm seeing, and I think they can make a deep run.
Hey, listen, I'm not mad at you for that, but we'll see come playoff time.
Word. Let's talk a little football, man. Love football, bruh. Everybody knows I played. We gotta talk football. I love offensive linemen. They keep the ship afloat.
Yes, sir.
We saw a lot of disrespect over this past week in Kansas City. All right. Are the Kansas City Chiefs in trouble after cutting 2 of their starting offensive linemen in Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz?
Whenever you lose offensive linemen in the game of football, it's always going to be tougher to replace. That opens up your run game, that protects your quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
sorry to cut you off. We saw Patrick Mahomes with a beat up offensive line get destroyed in the Super Bowl.
And a turf toe. And he just got surgery on that as well. So to answer your question, are the Kansas City Chiefs okay? Are they going to be fine? I think they are. These 2 linemen that we're talking about didn't play in the Super Bowl. I want to say one of them was out for 3 months.
But we spoke truth to that because we saw what happened to Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, they were injured. One had a surgery that kept them out for 3 months, and they missed the Super Bowl. So it's not like they made a difference in them winning or losing. Yeah, I wish they could have had him because, it could have helped, but they wasn't there.
They wasn't there. They lost.
They lost, yeah.
If they were there, they would be much better.
31-33, get rid of used goods. Anyways, let me get back to what I was talking about.
A former number 1 pick.
Listen.
And a man that's been playing every snap in Mitchell Schwartz throughout. He's been there, I think, 3-4 years.
Hey, but listen, sometimes you got
toss him away like a
rag doll. Sometimes you need to get some new personnel in there and saying, you know what, if you're going to keep getting injured, we can't rely on that. So you know what the Chiefs about to do? With the 31st pick, they're going to get an offensive lineman from Oklahoma State, Maurice Jones-Drew. And I'm not talking about the running back from the Jaguars. They're projected to get this dude who is a stud offensive lineman. He's still supposed to be on the board. So if they pick him up, they cleared $18 million in cap space so they can go out there and get another lineman, if anything.
But they're still not even over the cap. They're still not.
They need 2 more million.
Cap successful.
They need 2 more million to be cap successful. But I think they're going to be fine, man. They have. If anything, they have one of the best coaches in the league in Andy Reid. If anything, if the offensive line is not what they wanted to be come 2021, okay, we're going to get the ball out of Pat Mahomes' hands a lot faster till we get right with the O-line. I'm not saying that's going to be, perfect or anything like that, because you definitely do got to develop these new offensive linemen when they come in. And I know really well because I'm a Giants fan, and for the longest we didn't have no O-line, and it took forever to just get them boys right.
You're gonna have to talk to my boy Kyrie Demos, because he would come at you right now for talking about offensive line and just get rid of them, just ragdolls, nothing like that.
33 and 31.
My man
one's knee was gone. They wasn't there for the Super Bowl. I'm not talking down on the offensive lineman, but I never played that position. So
the Kansas City Chiefs are in a world of hurt. Absolutely. You have to, bro. You just can't replace 2 starting offensive linemen like that in this league, all right? And we're expecting their starting center, Austin Ryder, to be out the door too in free agency. They already said that. They don't expect him to come back. You got to fill 3 vacancies. My boy Kyrie, who played offensive line for St. John Fisher, would speak truth to how can you just do that, bro? We seen teams, again, Russell Wilson just talking about his offensive lineman, talking about why he needs help. And you're just gonna cut. Kansas City Chiefs are gonna cut 2 players and let 1 walk.
Listen,
all right, that can't happen. And you think the 31st pick, Maurice Jones-Drew.
From Oklahoma State.
You think he's going to be a stud just off the bat? Nah, these boys are going to be going against big boys, bro.
And that's why I said
elite talent off the edge.
And that is specifically why I said the offense might need to be a little revamped early in the season.
Revamped? How are they going to run the ball?
We're having a tough time running the ball already.
That's what I'm saying.
But they have Tyreek Hill. They have Travis Kelce. I call him Kelso. They got Nicole Harmon out there.
So they got all these.
They still got Sammy Watkins. So they got wide receivers.
They got all these weapons out there.
Okay, they do, and that's my point. So they can change their offense. They can adjust their offense in the beginning of the season, make it a little faster, get it out of Pat Mahomes' hands a lot faster, like what the Patriots used to do.
So they're gonna get the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands a lot faster.
Yeah, don't hold on.
They're not gonna be able to run the ball. All right, they're gonna. All right, so we're gonna look to free agency. And we're going to look to the draft to refill these vacancies that they just let walk out the door.
You have to. There's no other choice.
There's no other choice.
Yeah.
But they don't have the money to do so. All right.
But they still have the draft picks. You got to rely on the draft.
You got to rely on the draft. They have the 31st pick. Who do you think they're going to pick up and be great?
Listen.
It's right off the bat, we're going to throw this young boy in to block the likes of Khalil Mack's of the world and Bud Dupree's of the world like that.
Football is the one sport that I know you can find diamonds in the rough like no other sport. Because you can go to any level at a college level. You can go D1, D2, D3, and you can really find talent, even at that D2 or D3 level. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to do that, but I'm just saying that football is that one sport where if management does their research correctly, they'll find diamonds in the rough. They'll find a way to get somebody in there, and they'll implement it. And I'm not saying that Kansas City's, they are what they were a couple years back when they had that stud line. But I'm saying they can manage it. They got Andy Reid, a future Hall of Fame coach, great offensive mind. They're going to be fine, man.
You think
they're going to be fine. They have the scoring.
You're banking on that.
Yeah, I am banking on that. And listen, it's a long season. A lot of stuff happens. Other linemen are going to get let go from other teams. So it's just, it's about making the right moves and getting the right people in there, the right personnel. And I'm not disrespecting the old linemen or anything like that. But listen, they wasn't there for the run. One was out for the past 3 months. The other one was injured for the Super Bowl. So guess what? You should have been there.
They was there for the run prior.
Okay.
And we saw what happened.
And they won. So you know what? Listen. It's a business, as you said.
It's a business as usual. They had to clear
the cap. Listen, we got to make some cuts. They're not cutting Kelso, and they're not cutting Tyreek Hill, and they're definitely not cutting Harmon. So we got to keep that intact, and we'll figure the rest out.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Do the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl next year and win?
I'm not going to say they're going to win, and I'm not even going to say that they're going to go there, just because I think the Colts are pretty solid team out there.
I know my boy Eunice would like hear you talk about
shout
the Colts.
Out to Eunice. Yeah, definitely. He's a big shoe fan, big Colts fan. So I think the Colts is going to be pretty solid out there. Even the Browns, man, OBJ is looking good. I'm not saying they're going to get him back or anything, but even the Browns, they're looking pretty solid. The Bills has been solid. I'll say it. The Bills been solid. But
thank you. I'm glad, bro. You wising up. We're not picking Kansas City to make the Super Bowl next year. Not me. Not I.
Well, hold up. I didn't say that they wasn't going to make it. I still think they have the best puncher's chance out in the AFC.
After losing 3 offensive line.
Yeah, and I put money on it.
All right, we can make a little wager, bro. We can make a little
definitely make a little Chipotle wager.
Make another Chipotle wager. A-Benz is one up on the Chipotle wager.
You feel me? Because, hey, listen, I put my money on the Chiefs before I put my money on any other team. All right. Out in the AFC.
Okay. I was about to say, remember what happened in the Super Bowl? You lost a little bit of bread. All right. I got another question for you.
Chump change.
I got another chump change. All right. This chump, I'll take it. You feel me? All right. Is the dynasty over in Kansas City?
I don't even think they were a dynasty.
So they wasn't even a dynasty yet.
No, they got one ring. I mean, when I think of dynasty, I think of the Patriots. I think of the Spurs. I think of the Celtics back in the day, the Lakers back in the day, even the Lakers when they three-peat with Shaq and Kobe.
Yep.
Dynasty, one ring, and you lost one Super Bowl. No dynasty at all.
All right, so no dynasty at all for Kansas City.
Yeah, no.
All right, they got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to front. They got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of teams that are in better positions to win than the Kansas City Chiefs right now after, losing those offensive linemen. Just let them walk out the door and think you just could replace them or next man up. It doesn't work like that, in my opinion. All right. These boys open up lanes. All right. They hold these big boys up front, stout, so Patty Mahomes could be protected. He's coming off of surgery. All right. It's not looking good for Kansas City and Andy Reid. They got to fix something. They got to do it quick. All right. Moving forward, our boy Dak, my man got paid.
Finally got that money.
It's great when a brother gets paid, bro. I tell you that much. It's great when a brother gets paid.
Well deserved as well.
Well deserved 4-year, $160 million deal.
Yes, sir.
It's not Patty Mahomes' money. All right. It's not his type of money, but it's money for him to feed the fam. All right.
Oh yeah, he's eating good right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's definitely well deserved. And I think we talked about it a couple episodes back where we said, Jerry Jones, pay this man.
Yeah,
because you've been paying everybody else.
And how do you do that? You just pay everybody else but your quarterback.
Yeah,
it
doesn't make sense because they definitely weren't going to get somebody better in the draft.
And there was all this hoopla with Russell Wilson coming over. I'm like, bro.
No, listen, Cowboys, Jerry World, Jerry Jones, you did right. You paid Dak what he deserved. He's a true Cowboy. He really is because listen, I'm a Giants fan, and if I'm saying he deserved to get paid, he deserved to get paid.
That's what I'm saying. And bro, he literally fits, bro, playing football in the Lone Star State.
He does. He's tough.
He's tough. He's a cowboy.
He runs the ball tough. He's not fast. I'm not gonna say he's like a
lights out.
No, but he's a tough quarterback. He stays in that pocket when he has to. He takes big hits, but he delivers. I've seen it time and time again. And the man deserved to get paid. Jerry Jones, you were taking the longest.
It took Jerry.
It took the injury.
Three off seasons, bro. That's three league years, bro, to pay this dude.
But listen, now that he got paid,
he has to show up.
Now you gotta bowl out, Dak.
You gotta show up.
We've been calling for your name to get paid. I'm a Giants fan, so we're gonna smoke you regardless.
That's facts.
It don't really matter.
You
saw what happened last time. Actually, I'm not going to talk about that. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's real disrespectful, anyways, bro.
I'm not to that extent.
Injuries are part of the game, though.
Injuries are part of the game, but I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about we was getting to him, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
We was getting to him, and that's why he was running around crazy.
That might have been the game where we lost Lorenzo Carter, too, I believe, or something like that.
We lost Lorenzo that game.
Sucks, too, but,
it's part of the game. But, hey, listen, we was getting to him. But you got paid.
$66 million signing bonus.
Yeah, they got to win now. And they're talking about how can we surround Dak with the weapons that he needs for them to be successful. I think they got weapons already, though.
They do.
If anything, I would say maybe a tight end. But I think they got a pretty solid tight end anyways. I think it's the defense, if anything.
I do feel like they do need like another wide receiver to pair up with Amari Cooper. We could leave CD in the slot.
CD's in there, but
I'm not a big believer. I'm not a big believer of Gallup. I know he's a deep threat, bro. He could run the route. He could run the fly route. He could catch the ball. But I do think they need somebody else in there, bro.
No, definitely.
Zeke is coming to his later years, bro. He's really not producing. The offensive lineman was hurt this year. So that could play a part.
There was a lot of injuries this year in the league. What I'm saying. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I still think that right now the Cowboys, with the weapons they have, are probably the best team in the NFC East, if we're just being real.
That's facts. Because they have the best quarterback, too.
They do have the best quarterback. Their lineman was hurt last year, but they're going to be healthy this year.
Yep.
Even their D lineman was hurt last year. They should recuperate. And if listen, if you've been in the NFC East for years, the Cowboys are going to have a line and a good defensive line as well.
That's facts. I think like Leonel Collins was coming back off an injury. He's going to be a big man in the offensive line. That's going to help him out. I believe Tyron Smith is still there, but he'll be back. I know he was injury prone.
Jalen Smith is out there playing linebacker. Vander Esch is out there playing linebacker as well.
Don't believe in Vander Esch.
I don't either. And that's why I said if they do need to get someone, they probably need to get it on the defensive side.
Definitely. Because I'm not going to front, bro. The linebacker core for the Dallas Cowboys, they need some work. They need some help. They need to fine tune.
Jalen is elite, though.
Jalen's elite, right? He's elite, but there was a lot of times, bro, where he was missing assignments. He was overrunning.
No training camp.
No training camp. No OTAs.
No preseason.
You can't really. I understand that you can't really huddle together and go to the field and work. all right, because of the shortened, because of COVID and all of that.
A lot of injuries too.
Understandable. But there was a lot of times where the linebacker group was over pursuing plays. All right, people were beating them underneath in coverage, over top in coverage. They need to fine tune some things out there. I believe in Jalen Smith. I don't believe in the rest of those boys.
I don't, and it's not even. I wouldn't even say it's that front. I think there's the safety, the cornerbacks. That's always been the Cowboys' issues. Their safeties and their cornerbacks. Their secondary just hasn't been able to hold up. So we'll see.
They got the number 10, the 10th pick this year. So
Dak got paid. There's no excuses.
There's no excuses.
You have to make the playoffs this year, and you got to ball out.
Got to ball out. There's no excuses for that. Like you said, we're happy for you, Dak. Very happy. This is very much deserved.
Get your money.
Get your bread while you can, bro. Run with it. All right? But you better produce, because you know as Giants fans are going to be talking a lot of talk. A lot of crap, bro. On the gram, Twitter, all social media, bro. Might even hit your phone up like, hey, we got you. All right. Good job, Dak. Get paid. And speedy recovery. I know your rehab has been going well.
Shout out Dak Prescott.
Shout out Dak. Got to talk about it. Don't really like talking about the Brooklyn Nets because, you know what I mean? I'm a Knicks fan to the day I die. Real New York. You feel me? I bleed orange. You bleed orange.
You feel me?
Quote unquote. A lot of times I see A, bro. I'll be stepping into A room. He watching the Nets.
Listen, they was getting smoked by 21. I had to change the game up.
See, we wasn't even supposed to mention nothing that happened with the Knicks versus Milwaukee.
I keep it real. Listen, talk about that. You've heard me in past podcasts. If you're not performing or if you're underperforming, I'm gonna call you out on it.
I feel you, bro. But it was their first game back, bro, from the All-Star break. We're
not gonna talk about that. We
talk about Kyrie Irving, right?
Definitely, Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew was getting MVP chance at the Barclays Center last night, all right, when playing the Celtics, leading them to a victory. All right, man dropped 40 points, 8 rebounds, bro, was lights out from deep, all right? Has Kyrie been the MVP so far for the Brooklyn Nets?
No doubt.
No doubt about it, right?
No doubt about it.
I got to agree with you on that.
To start the season, I just want to say one thing. I've always been a Kyrie fan. Behind CP3, he's probably been my favorite point guard just because of the handles and just the scoring and the footwork.
Yep.
But I've been watching Kyrie play for years, and this is the best I've seen him since he was on the Cavs when they were making them runs.
He looks happy. He looks real happy.
He looks happy. And oh my God, when he is on that floor, Kyrie is entertaining the fans. He's
crazy.
He's mixing boys. Everyone's on an island. When it's one-on-one, it's a wrap. He can get buckets. He can go to the rack. He can lay you. He got the mid-range.
That's facts.
He's got the three-pointer. But something I've noticed about this dude is he's really becoming a leader, and he's efficient in the way he plays.
Real efficient. He's 10th in the PER.
Yeah, and I didn't even check the PER or anything, but I've just been watching him play this whole season. Because, you know, I'm a point guard. I like watching guards play, see how they score and whatnot. And I've always loved Kyrie. But listen, this man is efficient. He's a leader out there. If a player does something wrong, he's talking to them. If the player does something right, like Joe Harris makes a couple threes, you know, he's gonna show love.
Yep.
I really like where he's at right now. He's definitely the MVP. When they started the season, KD still wasn't there in the beginning, or
still not here.
Still not here.
It's crazy.
Hey, listen, the doctor said they're looking at the hammy. He might be out for another couple weeks from what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's only insider news that you're gonna get at Let's Talk or at True Ballers.
You feel
Anyways, yeah, man, he's their MVP.
Yep, I couldn't agree with you more, bro. He's their motivational leader. He keeps the group together.
For sure.
I believe he's really the glue to the James Harden and KD type atmosphere. And they're going to be bringing in Blake, all right? But he's really that glue type of player. And I'm not going to front. I dogged Kyrie at first. He wasn't showing up for work. You feel me? He didn't want to participate in the media and talking to us and letting us know what's going on because we got to report on him, right? But I feel like he's turned the page, bro. And it's not just about basketball. As he always says, there's more to life than just basketball. He's passionate about other things, right? But I believe that he's averaging 27 points a game. He's been playing lights out lately, all right, with him and James Harden. And that's why we attest to Kyrie like getting those MVP chants out there, you feel me, when he was playing the Celtics, because he's well deserving of that.
It's definitely well deserved. And listen, I'm happy for the guy. He was getting bashed a lot, but he's definitely done his growing up. And even his views, man. Those are his views. Those are his opinions. You can't hate on the man for that. He wants to do good in the world. And now he's doing good in the NBA world. He's hooping. He's bowling. I think this is great for the league. You got a lot of fans watching him. So keep doing your thing, Kyrie. Definitely the MVP for the Nets right now. And keep dogging, man. Because, one-on-one, this guy is, listen.
It's a matchup nightmare.
If you want to watch some real good basketball and you want to watch one-on-one, watch Kyrie.
Watch Kyrie, bro. Because the dude does it all, bro. He could dribble, shoot, pass. Watch Kyrie, bro. Kyrie's been balling.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing your thing, bro. Sorry I doubted you. Sorry I was talking a lot of trash earlier in the season when you wasn't showing up for work. I had to show up for work, you feel me? So I was a little tight. All right? But that's besides the point. Good job, Kyrie, bro. And keep balling for the Nets. Even though I'm a Knicks fan. I don't know. I can't speak on A. Because I've seen him watch a lot of Nets basketball. Don't know why. A lot of Nets basketball coming from, A's world over there. But that we could get into that. We could debate that another day. You feel me?
Shout out to the New York Knickerbockers. This is my team for life.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear, bro. I just wanted to make sure you still rocking with the orange and blue, baby. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. All right.
I'm like a time machine when it comes to the Knicks, bro.
All right. It's all love. Listen, all love.
You could put me on Jeopardy, all Knicks, and I'll win that shit. Like,
all right. Bet. Man, it's been so much fun rocking with y'all, bro. Y'all don't know how much, y'all really don't know how much, I love this platform and I love talking sports with my boy A, bro. It's something special, bro. And I promise you, bro, we're going to get paid to talk one day. I promise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're going to do this. All right, bro. This is Let's Talk, where the discussion gets personal, bro. We've been rocking with the best. All right. Peace, love, prosperity. You got anything else to say?
It was a pleasure to be on here. Let's keep doing it, and we're going to keep going up.
Always. Remember, everything you need is in the link in the bio. Let's Talk Sports 40. All right. Remember, True Bowlers Podcast over here. They're doing something great. All right. We're going to keep rocking with you if you keep rocking with us. All right.
Boom.